Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be playing another round of my Scrabble TBR game, this time for the month of September 2023. If this is your first time here, I will link a video in the card explaining the rules of this game. It is very simple, really. Basically, every single month, I spell 5 words on my Scrabble board, and those 5 words are my reading prompts for the month. I must successfully complete the prompt to collect the points from that word. When I reach 150 points, I get to clear the board and start fresh. Also, hopefully this angle is okay because my tripod really can't handle the weight of my new iPhone, and I currently have the phone propped up on a stack of books so that you're not staring at my floor. So that's what we're dealing with today. I need to get another tripod. Anyways, let's talk about my reading prompts for the month of August. When I am filming this, it is currently August 26th. I am still reading The Satipur Moonstone by Sujata Massey, but I do think I will be able to complete that. I've read all my other books from the TBR except the one for the fail prompt. I was thinking I could finish reading George in London Into the Streets by Lucy Inglis for that prompt, but I'm not entirely convinced I'm actually going to finish that before September because I still have like more than 100 pages to go, and I am a slow reader of nonfiction, especially long historical nonfiction like this. So I'm gonna call the fail prompt a fail, which means I am going into this month with 41 points. I believe the only book I need to read in the month of September is Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. I am going to be reading that book for my September Read Christie pick, and I want to film a trying to solve Halloween Party video before the film adaptation, A Haunting in Venice, comes out. I am in a bit of a pickle because I think I waited too long to put the book on hold from the library, and now I may not be able to get the book until after September 16th. Hopefully, the people ahead of me are fast readers, and I will be able to get the book before the month is over. I really wanted that trying to solve video to come out the same time A Haunting in Venice is coming out. That may not be possible, but I will still be reading and trying to solve that book no matter what. The time frame is just a little shaky at the moment. So that's everything I had to say at the beginning. Let's just get right to my September TBR game prompts. Let's go back to past Jackie with prompt number 1. U. Y. K. Ruby, and with the triple word score, that is 7, 8, 9 times 3, which is 27? 27. So the prompt Ruby, for this I'm going to read a book that has a ruby red cover, and there were a decent amount of choices for this one, and I think what I'm going to choose is The Science of Murder, The Forensics of Agatha Christie, which is by Carla Valentine, I believe is the author's name. This book was also published under the title Murder Isn't Easy, and basically it is talking about the forensics of murder using some examples from Agatha Christie's writing to talk about the actual real world effects. I feel like I didn't explain that well at all. But I think this sounds like a really fun Agatha Christie inspired nonfiction. I did check on Goodreads, and the people in the Goodreads reviews say she does not outright spoil any Agatha Christie books, which is good because there are many that I have not read yet. I think this sounds like it'll be a really fun read, and I think it also might be helpful to me because I have recently started writing my second murder mystery novel while my first is currently out waiting in literary agents' inboxes. So there honestly might be some really helpful tidbits I pick up in this to help me in my aspiring mystery writing career. P R S. Ask. So for this, I'm going to ask someone for help picking a book for my TBR. That is 7, but then I also get the points for admires, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 17 altogether. Next, ask. For this prompt, I decided I would ask for help picking a book for my TBR. I ended up asking my dad, and I sent him a text message with pictures of 3 books that he has bought for me. These were all gifts from him, and these are books that, like, I just need someone to give me a kick in the pants to read them. So I figured I would just let him pick which one I'm going to read in September. His choice was Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Berendt. This is one of my dad's favorite books. I believe my mom also really enjoyed it. And so my dad bought me a copy because he wanted me to read it. This, I believe, is technically a true crime. So it's nonfiction, but I do believe the author took like some liberties with the story. He dramatized some things a little bit. So it's technically nonfiction with some creative license. The basic premise of this book is that it is based on a true story in Savannah, Georgia, and the book follows many of Savannah's colorful residents while also telling the story of a prominent Savannah figure who was put on trial for the murder of his same-sex lover. My dad has really wanted me to read this book, and I'm going to try to read it in September for this prompt. I do believe my library has the audiobook, so I might give that a try for this. F. O. I. This one is hard because I had an idea of something I wanted to spell and then I realized it doesn't fit. So I'm currently using one of those Scrabble word finder tools to come up with another word. Okay, I guess I have to use the blank. I don't know. This is bad. Okay. Proof. And for this, like, just read like a murder mystery or something, because obviously, like, you need proof to solve a mystery. I don't know. That's what the word finder suggested to me. I accidentally typed in an extra O. So I think that's my best choice. And it does also get me close to this triple word score, which I'm happy about. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points for that one. Next, proof. So I'm going to be safe and pick Halloween Party for this prompt. Hopefully, like I said, I will be able to read this one in time. This is my Read Christie pick for the month, and it is the inspiration for the new Poirot film starring Kenneth Branagh. This is a Poirot mystery where Poirot is investigating the death of a child at a Halloween party at an English country house. Though the filmmakers decided they would change the setting to Venice for whatever reason. I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's kind of weird to me this is the 3rd Poirot film they're making, and not a single one of them has taken place in England so far. I guess Kenneth Branagh's Poirot just is always on vacation. Hey, I wish that could be me. Wish I could just go on vacations to these amazing locales and like solve crimes, you know? That would be fun. But I digress. I'm using this for this prompt because prompt is proof. In a murder mystery, you need to find proof. And since I'm gonna try to solve this one, I need to find proof for my theories. Hopefully, I will be able to get my hands on this book. If for some reason I can't get it, I might swap out this book for another one on the TBR. But as of right now, this is what I'm picking. Why? Oh, blank. And C. All right, I looked this up and this is a valid Scrabble bird and it will help me with a themed vlog I want to make this month. So, wreck. Which will be 5 points. So not a huge amount, but this month I want to film that library picks my books vlog that you all wanted me to make. Next, for the prompt rec, I'm going to read a book that was recommended to me. So in the month of September, I am thinking of filming the themed reading vlog that you all voted for. I will link that video in the card, and the winning vlog idea from that video was the library picks my books vlog. So I'm going to film a video where I read 3 books that were on my library's book recommendation lists. So I'm including one of those for this prompt, and to give you a little tease of what you can expect in that vlog, one of the books my library recommended to me is Maisie Dobbs by Jacqueline Winspear. This is the first in a historical mystery series which has like 15 books or something like that now, and it follows the title character, who is a young woman starting her own private detective agency in London in the year 1929. This is a very successful series, obviously, because it has 15, maybe even more than that, books. I personally never felt a strong urge to read it because I do believe that the first book talks a lot about World War I, and honestly, the books have gone on for so long, they might have gotten to World War II later in the series. And I personally do not love reading about the World Wars. I mean, maybe I can deal with World War I, but I've never read a World War II book that I really liked. I think it's just not really my favorite historical time period. But I love a historical mystery. So, since the library recommends this, I figured why not give it an attempt for the vlog? What's the worst that could happen? That's going to be what I read for this prompt. Hopefully, I will like it. R. L. Profile. So for this, I have a couple of ways I could interpret this. I could go with the interpretation of like profile as in social media profile. I was also thinking, what if I do it where I find a book cover that has a face in profile? I feel like there would probably be a decent number of choices for that. So those are my thoughts. And this has the triple word score. It's not usual that I spell words this long in my Scrabble TBR. So it has 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 33. That is really good. I'm happy with that. Finally, profile. For this, I'm going to read a book that features a face in profile on the cover. And honestly, looking at my TBR, I had a lot of choices for this prompt. I think in the end, what I'm going to choose is Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. This is a fantasy, like mythology retelling. I heard a lot about it on BookTube when it first came out. Not so much since then, but I am still very interested in reading it. I love a mythology retelling when it's done well. This book follows the title character and is a feminist take on the Ramayana, which is basically a Sanskrit epic. In the original story, Kaikeyi is vilified. She's sort of like an evil stepmother character. So this book is focusing on her and telling basically a more feminist version of the original story from her perspective, to be a little more sympathetic towards her. I heard really good reviews for this book when it first came out. I have not heard people talk about it recently, but I am interested to give it a read and see what I think. So I am excited to give it a try in the month of September. So those are going to be our prompts for the month of September. And next month I will carry over this single Y and pick 6 more letters. So those are the books that I am planning to read in the month of September. Hopefully I will be able to get my Agatha Christie book in order to read it before the end of the month, but we will see how things go. If you have made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a... Let's see, what emoji do I want you to leave me? How about a blue heart? Because I'm wearing blue today. Also, definitely let me know if you have read any of these books that are on my TBR. If so, what did you think of them? I would really like to hear your thoughts in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a flawless rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you in the next video.